Hello there, young Minecraft fans. This is your Uncle Troy. I was just down in the Giantravine checking for more unexplored areas, and I failed to find any. I suspect I have indeed uh, explored and found all of the dark areas, at least the ones easy to find. What is not so easy to find is my boat, which is here on the other side of the island from where I thought I'd left it. So the plan for today is, since I have explored all the giant ravine and have, quote, won, unquote, that I need to find something else to do. Now, the original plan was, since the 1.9 pre-releases were coming out so often, surely we were just, days away from a 1.9 release, and I figured, well, once that happened, I'd stop playing 1.81, I'd stop playing the Giant Ravine Challenge, and I would start something new in 1.9. However, I have since learned rumor that Notch has ordered Jeb to not release any official releases until after the code freeze date, possibly until the Minecon, which is in November. And only then will we receive the next version, and still then we're just going to receive more and more pre-releases. And since pre-releases are kind of in a half state, like, oops, I fell into my boat. Not really, nothing's finalized, everything keeps changing. I don't really want to do any ongoing map in one of the pre-release versions, so instead I'm going to stick with 1.81 for a while. But since we've already done the Giant Ravine, we need a new challenge. So the new challenge is to fill in this map, and since I expect that to take me maybe a day, we will, once we've filled in the map, we will try to explore everything in the map. And I believe there's at least one major landmass and at least one cave system. So that should keep us busy for a little while longer, and maybe then there'll be a new version, or someone can suggest a new challenge map for me. I will possibly play the next one on hard mode. I don't know. I'm kind of used to I'm used to normal mode. And I'm still, since the game keeps changing, I'm still figuring out what's going on with normal mode. For example, in about the second episode of this, I did not realize that you could not starve to death. So I went down to the ravine to starve to death with a good view, and instead found, oh, we're not starving to death, now we have to go back to work. Alright, I'm going to explore some more and get back to you if I find something interesting. And what have we here? Looks like we're coming around the mountain. No. Coming around the edge here, I was hoping this would be a small island that I could completely circumvent while staying on the map. But it looks like it is not going to be so. It looks like instead we're going to have to go off the map to get around it. Let's see here. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, looks like more and more land up there. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to go off the map, and I really don't want to go off the map. I just went off the map. Okay. Really don't want to go off the map just yet. While I wasn't paying attention, I crashed into the shoreline and broke my boat, off camera, of course. But I have managed to get back on the map. We'll just run over here and see what we can fill out here without having to get back in the water just yet. Hello, Mr. Sheeby. And it looks like we're, we can fill in the map by going along the shoreline here. On a totally unrelated note, I have officially decided to go with Sony Vegas for my editing. I've used trial versions of several different of their products. Ouch. I don't know exactly which version of Sony Vegas I'm using. They have several products, Movie Maker, Movie Maker Platinum, some kind of professional, and I'm just having to try them all again to see which one, which it, bleh, 2, 3, 4, Ooh, zebra trees. Let's cut these down. Basically, I need to go back and look at all the Sony Vegas products again to see which product is the cheapest one, which has all the features I need. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, I prefer zebra saplings to other types of trees because they grow faster and they grow straight up and do not fork or go up into the stratosphere. So zebra wood is just the best wood. So I'm going to take a moment to get some saplings here. I'll get back to you. I will have to admit, I thought that maps were kind of stupid and filling them in would be kind of boring, but I'm actually having some fun with this. Of course, I can't seem to keep track of where I'm going to. Ooh, pumpkins. I don't think I've seen pumpkins yet in this world. Doesn't look like they show up on the map, but it may be under where I was standing there. I'm thinking you can craft pumpkins. Well, not craft them, but if you put them on the crafting table, you can get seeds and grow your own pumpkins. The map not only does not seem to line up with north, south, east, west as the sun sets, but I think the map also, the degree to which it does not line up changes depending where you are on the map. I think there's some kind of cartographical distortion. I forget what that's called. I know if you try to project the real Earth is round, and if you try to project let's see, what do I want to do? I think I can, if it's not too dark, I may be able to sleep out in the open here. Let's find out. Ow. Okay, so I couldn't sleep out in the open. Take him down. Let's try again. Stupid cow knocked me out of bed. But I still slept. Good. Okay. And still a little bit of a lighting glitch there when you break a bed. Now, what I was trying to say is that the real Earth is curved. And things in the north, for example, are usually closer than they actually look on the map, because when people make a flat map, they prefer all the lines of latitude and longitude to be parallel. But in actuality, move, Mr. Cow. In actuality, the lines of longitude actually get closer together as they get toward the poles. And hello, we have a cave here. Let's explore this real quick. Taking care not to look at the Enderman, because that does work here in single player. Anyway, that's why people think that, you know, Alaska is like 4 times the size that it actually is, and why Greenland is a lot smaller than people think it is, because when they print a flat map, yeah, we're going to have to come back and explore this later. I'm going to mark this up on top. When you print out a flat map with the lines of longitude always parallel, you have to stretch things out in the northern hemisphere to make them fit. So I think something like that, not that particular process, but something like that's going on with the maps, because I swear there are times when, you know, looking directly left, right, up, or down on the map corresponds directly to moving in a direction, you know, lined up with the blocks. And there are other times when it does not. And so I think there's some kind of distortion somewhere. And I hope I've explained that well enough, because otherwise I'll get half a dozen comments saying I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, here we have what looks like a collapsed cave or something. Let's see, go down here, and yes, we have water flowing. Stupid torch trick. But yeah, it looks like we have a cave down there, and I'll bet it's little lag there. I'll bet it is connected to the cave system we just left, but we'll stick a torch here anyway, just so we're reminded later. Okay, like I said, I think there's some distortion on the map, and depending on where you are on the map, directions aren't quite the same, and I don't know why. I have to keep moving the map out of my hand because it distracts me down there, and I keep finding myself walking with my head down and bouncing off trees and walking other things. And I think, yes, over here we have lava, above ground lava. And this entire huge, big, above ground lava here, about 8 by 8, give or take, is represented by a single red dot on the map. Does that go under there? No, it does not. Okay. So we found lava above ground if we need it for anything. Of course, down in the bottom of the ravine, we still have quite a bit of lava. I have not obsidianized all of it just yet. Alright, well that completely explores this landmass. I guess we need to get back to the water. Speaking of water, here's some water. Just a little oasis here with the sugar cane growing right in the middle. Isn't that neat? Okay, back to boating. Now, I'm not sure, but it looks like we've got a tiny piece of green up here about the middle of the top of the map. And, well, yep, looks like we have a little island here. And not much of anything. Okay, nothing to write home about. Alright, back to exploring. Ouch. I have to remember to be more careful when I step off on the islands. I'm going to go ahead and light this up just in case I come back here and not. The smaller islands I've been lighting up for two reasons. One, if I ever make a big massive mob spawning system, I want everything lit up all around me. And two, in case I have to come back out here at night, make a landfall in the event of an emergency or something, I don't have to worry about monsters being out here. Alrighty, I think I see a little, yes I do, I see a little spar of land here. And normally I would sail right by, but it is getting dark. I really have to remember to get closer to the shore before I jump out of my boat. So we're going to try sleeping out in the open again, this time with the island pretty well lit up. And apparently with my very last torch. Alright, where's my bed? Yeah, there we are. For a minute there I thought I hadn't brought one. In multiplayer you can't do that. You can't scroll back over to your sword after you're in the bed. But in single player it works just fine. Alright, let's, we got wood here. Don't have to break a new log out yet. I remember making extra planks so I could make not beds. I could make boats more quickly. And now that I'm going off the left side of the map, it looks like I've encountered a landmass over here. And it looks to be more than just a little island. Let's see, I see mushrooms, I guess this is a swamp biome here. And we will have to check it out later because it is off the map, so to speak. And I don't want to get too far off the map just yet because we still have a lot on the map to explore. So, back to the south. As you can see here, about halfway down the map on the left, well, maybe a quarter of the way down, we're meeting up with another landmass that goes off the side of the map. I think, well, I suspect it could be connected to that landmass we met up in the corner. But as I said before, we're trying not to get too far off the map just yet. Remind me though, once we do explore everything on the map, assuming we do just explore everything on the map, to go back to all these places, I'll probably have to put a link to this video when I do go back to those places so that we can explore these other land masses. And I think if I go to the edge of the map and create a new map, it will be centered at that location, and then the maps will link up, and we might can do some crazy editing or something. Alright, this looks mostly like an island. Let's skip to the end here. And we have now pretty much covered the island here. However, whatever direction the landmass goes in, it goes off the map. So I don't know if that's a island or if that's a pretty good sized continent. We'll have to explore that later. I believe it was Bill Murray in the movie Groundhog Day who said the following line: "It gets hard at the bottom." Down here at the bottom of the map, I can't really see anything because we've got the health bar and the armor down there. So I'm not sure if there's anything down there at the bottom of the map or not, but I'm going to assume not. And apparently the perfect way to guarantee I will find something is to stop recording, because no sooner than I stop recording than I go to another area of the map and find stuff. Looks like just a little island here. I keep meaning, well, I'm going to have to go back and check every square inch of every one of these islands, because I have not been getting out and exploring all of them. And so there could be a major cave entrance right there just out of sight, and I'll never know about it. I was heading north, or at least toward the top of the map, and now I'm seeing a little island or something down to the south. I don't quite see it. Ever since 1.81, I cannot go for long distances on the far rendering setting, because when I do, it crashes. So what I end up doing is setting it to far just to see off into the distance, and then once the map is loaded or rendered or whatever it's doing down there, then I have to set it back to normal. But yes, I'm looking. I get turned around here. Yeah, it looks like we definitely have a landmass down here. So let's set it back to normal before we crash. Alright, that's one more thing we'll have to come back and explore later. This episode was running a little long, so I decided to not show everything I found anymore, but finally, over here toward the bottom right corner of the map, I found a mountainous biome. And judging by the hissing sounds I think I just heard, we have lava flowing in the water over here, which is, well, still flowing, so to speak. And we actually saw some cobblestone being generated there, naturally. We could probably go underwater and mine that up and generate more. In the 1.9 pre-release that I played with, lava striking standing water like that actually didn't produce cobblestone, it produced plain old stone. Alrighty, let's try this sleep thing again. I think my problem before was that I waited till it got too dark before I tried to sleep. Alrighty. Alrighty, back to exploring. And here's your typical swamp biome out here. Just one little island all out in the ocean, which I guess isn't an ocean if it's a swamp. Dang it. I meant to bring shears, because I was going to shear some sheep if I found them. But also, if you have shears, you can do what? Well, you can collect those vines. I was going to collect those vines and have vines growing down the sides of my house, but can't do that just yet. And luckily, we found nothing else. Just clear out these last few little bits, and we are ready to go back to our island. I don't think our island is the smallest island out here, but it is definitely in the bottom 10, so to speak. One little more dot. There it goes. Okay, I think we've now completely filled in the map. And there's our island up on the horizon. Okay, next episode, I guess, we'll pick one of these other islands and start exploring it, and not knock off until we are pretty sure we've explored it as thoroughly as we've explored the Grand Ravine, and then we'll go on to the next island. In the meantime, this is Uncle Troy signing off. Please have a good night.